Hey,
Hello.
you know what? I'm like hearing a lot of really loud music. I turned us off, and what I wanted to do is go like that. Oh,
Oh,
a little more. What do you think? Are you feeling that?
yeah. So
All
that's
right,
good.
hey everybody.
Hello.
Bella, how's it going?
It's good. Good
Uh,
week. Busy.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't seen you in a minute.
hmm
So what do you got for us today on the question of the day show?
We got some new questions. We're going to see a lot of different people.
Hmm.
Some old, some new.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, we
Old
got
friends.
we got
My
a good
mom had a little
variety.
song about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to hear it.
Yeah. No, we got
Let's.
some good variety this week.
All right, excellent. Well, I'm dying to hear everybody. So, what do you say we just swing into it?
Yeah.
Here goes.
Coffee.
Oh, I actually also have a song about coffee.
Really?
Yeah, I wrote it myself when I was in college and I was drinking even more coffee than I'm drinking now. But yeah, I love coffee. I love, 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 love coffee.
Was that the song
And
lyrics?
no, I can't sing it. It's a great song.
You're gonna have to at some point.
Yeah, maybe at the denouement of this prompt. But nevertheless, I love coffee, and I have tried every possible method of making coffee. I've tried French press. I like espresso. I do like the kind of Spanish thing that you do on top of your stove. I
Mm,
obviously have got a Keurig. I've tried drip. I do cold drip. I've tried everything. And I think that that's the essence of this one is that we want to share the knowledge out there. If you guys have like the best way to make a cup of coffee, then now is the time.
yeah.
It's
Let's
this
see.
moment right now. I'm going to drink this mediocre cup.
Actually,
It all depends on the roast. I mean, you could put a lot of creamer in, but you have to have a healthy medium because too much creamer might be a little too sweet. That's my personal opinion.
Mm, it's all about the roast.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't like very sweet coffee.
Life hacks. What's the best method of making the perfect cup of coffee? Get a Keurig? Duh.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's an efficient way. I
Yeah.
grant you
Okay,
that.
I can answer this because my mom, she loved coffee, but she always told me if you're making a cup of coffee, always clean out your thing. Always clean it out. Don't have a filter in there. No, get a clean filter. Um, you can do it two ways. You can do it the Keurig way, you got like a regular thing, and it does it itself. And then she would do, I think it was 10 creams and 5 sugars. Yeah, it was like cup of coffee, 10 creams, 5 sugars. It was perfect every time.
It's like a heart
Perfect every
attack.
time. But
Yeah, it's really funny. But
she would do a Keurig way, where she'd use like a little cup, put it in there. She'll make it, or she would do it the traditional way, like a regular coffee thing. And then she would put like the coffee stuff. She would let it get in the cup. Then she would use her creamer, and she would usually pour it in there until it tasted like hazelnut. Like she never really had like, okay, let me put this in there, put this in there. No, my mom literally, I don't know how she would eyeball it. She did eyeballing things with seasoning. She just knew. And then she would put like a few little things of sugar, and it was perfect every time.
That would be too sweet for me, I think.
I think it's hysterical. But yes, that's not coffee at all. She's just sucking on a hazelnut.
Oh God. Yeah, that's not coffee.
No.
In my opinion.
So I never was really a big fan of coffee until I started watching Emma Chamberlain, and she has her own coffee line. So I bought that, and it's so much better than anything I've tasted.
I want to try that.
Wow, we should try that for our new review show.
Ooh, yeah.
Life hack. You clean that Keurig, use filtered water, use fresh coffee. Then my little trick is you dump a bunch of milk in it and then a bunch of creamer.
So it's a second person to say that.
Yeah. All the creamer.
Making the perfect cup of coffee is super easy. So here's my life hack. Get your favorite iced coffee at any store. Get a cup full of ice. Put your coffee in. Put
Oh,
any of your favorite creamer, anything.
What?
Get
That's
caramel
cheating?
and or chocolate drizzle, or maybe even a flavored drizzle, whatever looks really good with your creamer. Put some cream on top and then drizzle that over the top, and you have a perfect cup of coffee.
all right. There is a theme emerging. That's what I'm writing down right now,
Of
so that
what?
I can articulate the theme of this, of everybody's answer. There were 6 answers, obviously, and now is our chance to vote for it. Everybody, click one of those blue buttons. Whoever you vote for is the person who's going to win the round. And by the way, $25.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they'll make it into the finals with a chance to win $100. So click on a blue button, and meanwhile, I will try to, condense all of this, into 3-part
Vivian,
harmony.
Emma Chamberlain coffee. I
I
want to
am. I'm very interested. I'm very, very interested.
because what she has is she has like tea bags, but they're coffee. So you steep them like a
What?
tea bag, but it's iced coffee. Yeah, because she's an iced coffee queen. She knows. She knows her stuff.
I am, me. I'm a great skeptic. I'm a conservative when it comes to coffee. I'm very, very conservative. It's like I want the beans. I would love if I had the time to roast them myself. I'm gonna grind them up. I'm just gonna old school it the whole way, and it takes a while, But that's life. That's life. Sometimes good things take a little while, and you can rush it. But there you go. But so these are the 3 themes. 1, if you want to make a great cup of coffee, and I believe that this applies to life in general. Okay, so the first one is it's all about the roast. All right. 2 is you got to keep your stuff clean,
Yeah.
right? And then 3 is dump a bunch of cream and milk and sugar in it. Those are the 3 rules of coffee, and possibly 3 rules of life.
But you know what? Sometimes it's like, I think sometimes diner iced coffee is the best iced coffee there is, and I don't know how clean that. I don't know how clean that is.
You think that there's an advantage to it, just like sitting there all day in the coffee pot, just like getting a patina, as it were.
Stewing. Yeah.
That is hysterical. Okay, well, maybe iced coffee is a different class, because I was hearing lots of things about iced coffee that I wouldn't agree with, but I don't drink iced coffee that much. I'm moving on. I'm going to try it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Question number 2. Did you ever have a dream while sleeping that later came true?
Are you psychic?
Yeah. I famously, I once had a dream that I thought for sure was going to come true. And the dream was that I was going to die at a young age, at a particular age. Yeah, I was going to drown. And so from all the time, I had that dream when I was about 17 until I was 34, I lived every day like I was going to die.
Wow.
Because I knew I was going to die at 34. And then you know what happened? Here I am. It's been 20 something years.
Did you know, it's going to be 34? Like in the dream?
Yeah, I was going to drown when I was 34.
How was your 34th year? Filled with anxiety?
No, you know what? I pushed it to the limit. I did everything I wanted to do. It was one long bucket list chase.
Wow.
And then I was done. But you know what? It didn't come true. But so I guess I'm not psychic.
Yeah. I've never. Maybe it was.
Did you ever have a dream while sleeping that later came true? I don't think big ones that I can remember, but I have had those small instances of deja vu where it's I'll touch a wall or something, or be doing some really specific behavior. And then, later, whether it's that week, that day, or, a couple months after, I'll find myself doing that exact thing in that place that I hadn't been to. So in a small way, I guess it's come true, but in large part, no.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
I'm psychic.
Yo, I have dreams like that all the time, and I'm starting to think I'm psychic. Not starting to think. I've thought this for a while, but I really believe that I'm psychic because I will have those dreams, and it may not happen that same day or even that same week, but give it 2 or 3 months from that point, from that dream, and it'll happen, and I'll remember it, and I'm like, whoa, I dreamed this entire scenario. I know So I kind of knew that this would happen, and it's weird. It's kind of like a weird deja vu, and I think that's where deja vu comes from. Is because we have those dreams that are so real, so vivid, that once you have those dreams, and once you go throughout life, and you actually see your dreams come true, it's like, man, I've lived this. I know I done did this before. I know I done did this before.
So he's
And so,
implying it
yeah,
happens all
they
the
can
time.
definitely come true.
Yeah.
He's implying it happens all the time, that we have dreams, we don't remember them, but things happen and we go, huh, I feel like I already saw that.
Well, most of my life I've had very vivid and terrifying dreams sometimes. So I'm kind of glad that none of them have come true, because they literally have sometimes felt like a trip down the rabbit hole. It's been a little weird. I'm glad none of them have come true, because a lot of them I would need therapy for if they came true, because dreaming them was enough.
Wow.
However,
we don't want the
I
nightmares.
did and still do have recurring dreams that my dog dies or runs away or gets stolen, because she's my best friend, and no, that isn't sad. However, one time I did have one that was so vivid that I woke up crying, and that wasn't fun. And then my dog in real life ran out of our front door and tried to get back across the street and almost got hit by a car. Almost didn't.
Wow.
And now I am terrified, because
scared.
that's the closest to one of them ever coming true.
I'd be scared.
But
I would have a
other
dream
than that, I don't think the one about my mom becoming a green witch has come true yet. Yet.
not yet.
How do you know? How do you know she doesn't?
She's not green.
Hmm.
Yeah, I once had a dream that my dog was running around yelling at me to sit, but he was offering me a treat.
That's scary. I'd be scared.
The other night, I had a dream where I reached into my pocket and I pulled out a $20 bill. And then the next day I woke up and I was so mesmerized by that dream of just pulling out money I didn't know I had, that I ransacked my bedroom looking for stray cash that I had just left over the years. And like after a certain amount of like looking, you do find stray cash. And I found that, and I knew that my dream had told me where to look. And then I was $80 richer.
Sweet.
That's great.
I want to have dreams like that.
Did you ever have a dream while sleeping that later came true? Honestly, I don't really have recollection of that, like having a dream and then later on it coming true. What I do know is that I have had dreams that I have wanted to come true and have worked for them to come true. For example, it's been one of my biggest dreams to go to Japan, and gratefully I've been blessed to say that I have been. Dream come true.
That wasn't a dream that you had while you were sleeping, Enrique.
I don't think this has ever happened to
Cheating.
me, and honestly, my dreams are a bit extravagant and a bit crazy. So I don't think I'd want any of them to come true. I remember quite a lot of my dreams, and I do get deja vu a lot, but I don't think any of them have ever come true, no.
But
Ah,
Panzer Saturn was just saying that your dreams that you don't remember but then later have, that's why we have deja vu. And
I
it
agree with
sounded
that.
like that's what she was saying.
I agree with Panzer Saturn, because I think that's happened to me. Like I've dreamt things, but it's always super like mundane little
Yeah.
scenarios.
Everybody got to vote real quick before we forget, because we can just, Bella and I can just sit here and just like chat the whole time.
Yeah.
But you guys got to vote whether.
Kaylee,
Kaylee, congratulations. You notice I
you
turned
also
up.
realize your psychic powers.
She dreamed that I put the volume meter up a little bit higher for her.
Yeah.
I dreamed that you were a little bit closer to your microphone, Kaylee. Well, congratulations. That was really good. I thought that there were some really interesting answers in there.
Yeah.
Panzer Saturn always has something interesting to say.
He does.
So what do you, have you like, no, seriously, did you ever think that you were psychic?
I don't know if I ever thought I was psychic, but I definitely thought that I could. Well, I guess, yeah. I think with the deja vu, I've definitely had really crazy deja vu where I'm like, I've literally had this in a dream. Like I've dreamt that this happened. But also, a lot of people say that deja vu is a sign that like you're on the right path in life.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because like
Or
time is linear and it's
it,
all
it,
happened already.
it's also a sign that like the matrix is broken and one of the agents is on its way, if you recall.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's also true.
Well,
So do you want to be scared or do you want to have hope for your future?
I want to have hope.
Yeah, you
I
can
don't wanna
choose to
know.
believe.
So here's a hopeful one. In some states, Washington is the state, there's a new eco-friendly alternative to burial. You can turn your body into compost. What do you think? And there's a whole process. I read the article on this one where they take the bodies and they essentially put it in a barrel with dirt and then and some other chemicals to help accelerate it, because people don't want to wait as long as it would take for something to totally break down. And those enzymes break it down really fast, and then you end up with this I don't know, a container full of like dirt and mulch that you can then use. But it's instead of taking up real estate in some cemetery, or instead of being cremated and have your ashes floating up in the air for other people to breathe, you could become like an apple tree for somebody.
I feel like I'd like to become a tree, but I don't know how I feel about. I don't know if my brain would be able to get past like being made into food.
And other people eating you.
I mean, I think it's okay to compost humans. Like once they're dead, they're gone. As long as their family's okay with it, and as long as they were okay with it before they died, I think it's fine. It seems fine to me. Like it's just a body once they're dead. It doesn't have really much of a connection, but as long as
it depends on your belief system, though, right?
I think that this could actually be a great idea. It kind of reminds me of how when you can sign up to be an organ donor on your driver's license, you can also sign up to be composted and help distribute your nutrients back to the earth. It could be a really great idea.
That's very true.
You could just become landfill.
Yeah.
I think that's completely fine. People should be able to do what they want with their bodies. Especially like, when you think about it, we're dying anyway. So, in a way, why not give your body back to the earth? But I think it should be a personal choice, a personal option. So,
well, just hopefully, these guys who believe in resurrection in the body are not correct. That's all I'm going to say.
True. Very true. Government mandated mulch. People mulch.
Well, in my culture, we already burn the dead bodies, so I think it should be good to compost the dead bodies, so it will be beneficial for the earth too.
Yeah, I'm taking back everything I said. Like traditionally, like if you threw you in the ground.
So I don't know about you, but I feel like when someone passes away, they pass away, whether or not they are cremated or they're buried or turned into compost. I feel they're already gone, and we shouldn't. If we can save the planet and give more room for more things, then I'm okay with that. Really.
Thank you, Luke. I haven't seen him in a long time. He was like one of the guys from back in the day.
I think that's really a great idea. I think it's sustainable, and I'm certainly not going to be doing anything with my body once I'm done with it, so it may as well be reused.
There you go.
We had 6 yes and no no's, not one. Well, I'm a little, skeptical. But, there we go.
Tell the people we should compost.
I guess that is, it's a new age, and that I just need to embrace it despite my, crazy OG attitudes. Well, let's vote for one of these guys. You got a blue button in front of you. Left to right is 1 to 6. Jesse is number 6, and work your way backwards from there. And one of these guys is going to get $25. Kool-Aid. Congratulations. 50% of the vote goes to Kool-Aid. He's going to get himself composted. No sweat.
$25. Put that towards your compost.
Exactly. That's about probably, what it'll cost. Like traditional funerals are super expensive. Super expensive. Yeah. My wife is just like, just throw me out with the trash. She doesn't care. Right? When you're dead, you're dead. But I don't know. I'm skeptical. I have to admit, I'm embarrassed to say that I'm not an organ donor, I'm afraid.
You're not really.
I know.
Why is that?
It's not because I'm afraid somebody's going to get anxious. They're going to need like a liver or something, and it's going to be like, oh yeah, this guy.
And they're gonna kill you.
He wasn't exactly. That's big money.
Wow.
It's big
Yeah.
money, you know.
Get your organs harvested. I feel like that could happen whether or not you're an organ donor.
Well, that's true. Yeah, but like, imagine that there's like a big run on mulch. Everybody's like, "Where's the mulch? We need more mulch." Halper's, you know, he's looking a little grim. We'll just. There's a great movie starring Charlton Heston called Soylent Green, and there's a food shortage in New York, and so they take all the dead bodies. They start convincing people to commit suicide, and they take them and they turn them into food.
Ew.
Soylent Green, it's people.
That's horrible.
We were talking about bad like sci-fi and horror movies. That's one of them. It's a classic though. I think it got an Academy Award or two.
Timothy Chalamet is coming out in a new cannibal movie.
He's the best. If you can be part of any TV friend group, what would it be? Do you want to be a friend on Friends? Or maybe you want to be part of the family of Modern Family? One of those things.
There's so many.
Well, yeah, that's what we love to watch, right? You could be all in the family plus you know, going all the way back. You know, the honeymooners. You could be like one of those guys. But of any of these ensemble movies, right? You know, like maybe what am I forgetting this one? The HBO one where he's a movie star and he brings all his friends to Hollywood with him. And they live in a big house. Entourage.
Oh yeah.
All right, now that would be a pretty good one, right? Anyways, what do you guys think? I would like to be one of the gang on Scooby-Doo.
I would like to be.
I could be part of any TV friend group. I would pick the Big Bang Theory because it seems like you're a fun friend group to be in with. And if I had to pick one, it would be them.
All right.
And that's it.
Trying to get to our 20 seconds anyway. So, no, but I get it. They are a good group, and they're interesting. They go to the moon.
I don't feel like I need to explain this one. Like, why wouldn't you? Look at that little boy. That's BMO right there. That's my group. That's my pals. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I would live in the Adventure Time universe. That would be really fun.
Okay, so a friend group from TV that I'd want to be a part of. I freaking love The Office. So if I can be a part of like Michael Scott's friend group, I love his sense of humor. I think I would have a blast with that. Yeah.
I have a very hard time watching Michael Scott.
Really?
It makes me feel very uncomfortable.
That's really funny. I guess that makes sense though. Like in like
My friend group would be Scooby-Doo and the Gang.
Yes!
Growing up, I used to watch this show religiously. You have a talking dog, you have a bunch of friends who are going to have your back, and you get to go on a bunch of adventures and defeat bad guys. So,
and they would have gotten
in my
away with it
eyes,
for you crazy
what else
kids.
could you want?
I'm well, you know. And then it's like, you know, there's somebody for everybody.
I would choose to be in the Phineas and Ferb friend group. Phineas and Ferb come up with the craziest adventures, and I would love to be a part of their everyday shenanigans.
actually, yeah. I love there's Isabella in it.
If I was going to be part of a TV group of friends, I would definitely choose The Office. The reason for this is that I believe it's one of the funniest shows to ever exist. Michael Scott's my favorite character, and I would personally enjoy messing with Dwight on a daily basis, just like Jim. Another thing about why I would like to be part of that group of friends is that I'd get to have my own desk in the office.
You hope.
My best friend would probably be Michael Scott.
He said he'd make fun of Dwight, but maybe he'd beat Dwight if his best friend is Michael Scott.
Exactly. That's there it goes. So, guys, here we got left to right. It's Big Bang Theory, Adventure Time, The Office, Scooby-Doo, Phineas and Ferb, or The Office again.
Again.
Yeah, me. You know, I actually have a brother named Jim Halpert. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. But
That's funny.
he's not at all.
Like Jim.
Almost. Yeah, it's almost like that, but it's not him. Becca. Becca.
Oh my gosh.
Which was she? She was Phineas and Ferb?
No. Oh my god, I forgot. Was
she
she another one in The Office?
Was she the first Office?
She might have been the first Office.
All right. Office it is. Well, The
Right,
Office is a great
forgot that.
show. It is the show that is most likely to be on in my house, except when I'm in the living room, because it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know
That's
why.
so funny. Does he just like freak you out, or like is he offensive, or like what is it?
So we had to make up a word for this feeling because there was no word in the English language for it, and the word is fontrum. And fontrum is a feeling that where you have intense embarrassment for somebody else.
Secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, exactly. Fontrum.
Yeah, I get that really bad. I can't watch certain like kids shows, or like even like I used to get that on like Disney Channel or Nickelodeon shows sometimes, where like have to shut it off.
Yeah, Ariana Grande was like rubbing you the wrong way.
Really?
Anyways.
Oh yeah, Cat and Victorious.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, Becca's going to make it to the finals and a chance for the $100 this week. And meanwhile, let's find out who is our next contestant. Oh, this is a good question. I haven't seen any of the answers to this one. I'm excited.
Ooh, yeah, same.
Which cult classic deserves a reboot? We were talking about this today, and I'm a big Highlander fan, and I think that could use a reboot.
Yeah, they've got so many.
I actually have a bigger idea than that one, though. I think Little House on the Prairie. It's time.
Oh,
It's
I could
time
see
for
that.
Yeah, but like I would go like fully gritty with it. You know, you need like
Ooh.
exactly some like
I like that.
you know.
It would definitely be like Saoirse
So
Ronan.
clear in my head. It's so clear in my head, but still family friendly.
Yeah.
What a great show. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many like wonderful things, you know, from the 70s and 80s that maybe we've lost touch with, and that is time to come back. We would like your opinion on which is the cult classic that needs to come back. And as these guys are coming up, you can send them stars.
I don't know if any of you guys saw that movie Dread with Carl Urban from like 2013, 2011. But it was a reboot of a previous Dread movie, Judge Dredd. That was really good. It was really good. I don't know if I want a reboot of it. I want a sequel with Carl Urban because like that, it was so good. It was like that movie The Raid Redemption, which is another cult movie I wish would have more sequels. But yeah, that movie. If not a sequel, a reboot, because I mean I think that's just a cool idea that deserves to be seen. Because that movie, I think it lost like $6 million, but it was great. It had good reviews. People liked it. It was
great
cool.
cult classic.
Yeah, that.
So we should just be taking notes. All of the things that Chris is talking about are things that we should be showing on our new cult classic reboot.
I'm not going to try and fake an answer for this question. I don't know any cult classics. I don't watch cult shows.
She's too niche.
I don't believe her.
No.
She's
The cult classic that I think needs a reboot is definitely The Breakfast Club.
Ooh,
You can't hate this movie. You can rewatch it, and it basically applies to everybody. Sadly, the reboot probably will never happen, but generation after generation, this movie applies to everyone, and it needs a reboot.
But how are you going to do it without Molly Ringwald? Who's going to be Molly Ringwald? Maybe we'll do a gender swap thing. Timothy Chalamet as Molly Ringwald in The Breakfast Club. Too old. He's too old now, though.
I would say that The Little Mermaid deserves a reboot. The songs in Little Mermaid are fantastic, and I'd love to see a live action version of having everything under the water.
Wasn't there a reboot being made?
Of Little Mermaid?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure with like.
I think you're probably right.
The one cult classic film that deserves a reboot would be Mean Girls. Everybody loves Mean Girls. Mean Girls was classic. Everybody quotes it. Everybody knows the characters in that movie. It's just the one film that deserves a reboot. I would even say White Chicks deserves a reboot. Hilarious movie.
I like
It's
that.
a shame that they don't have a second one for both of those films.
How about
There's like Mean Girls
Winner,
too.
Mean Girls.
Oh my God! Somebody needs to tell Hector about Mean Girls too.
I kind of want to see what's it called, Parent Trap, be recreated in like 2022 style, and see how, or like what, or who they would cast. Would they stick to the same type of scripts? I kind of want to see that.
Awesome.
Or when they're older, and they switch again.
Exactly.
And
Exactly. Or their kids. Anyways, guys, we're now voting. Cook those blue buttons from left to right. We've got Judge Dredd. I refuse to answer is number 2. Breakfast Club, Little Mermaid, Mean Girls, and Parent Trap. Shibby 2 is Parent Trap. These are all excellent ideas. I hope our friends at Disney are watching.
Yeah.
Because they seem like they could use our help this week.
Becca, who didn't answer.
Becca said no thank you. I guess everybody else is like enough reboots.
Yeah, that's true. There's been so many reboots, so much IP lately. I feel
We're ready for some fresh ideas.
Becca wants
Apparently.
an original.
But I don't know, man. I thought that the Little Mermaid reboot is such a good
There's
idea.
a Little Mermaid live action coming out in 2023 with Halle Bailey as Ariel.
Really?
Yeah. People were very upset about it.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but don't you think she's a little old to be Ariel?
That's true, because Ariel's supposed to be 16.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
All those movies from that era, that's like such a classic.
I wish they never went away from that animation style.
Yeah. I don't like the live action stuff.
No.
But I love those movies.
I would love for them to come out with a new animated in the old animation, a new movie.
Yeah. But before we get before I start crying about that, next is, what are the qualities that you look for in a dream home? Yeah, if you're starting to like imagine yourself into your next home or into your first home, like what are the things that you gotta have?
Yeah.
Or let's just say that you had like you like won the lottery, right?
Yeah.
What would you have to have? And man,
if you went on one of those shows.
Oh yeah, I would love to have them come in and fix up my house. Like,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, so I'm really partial to the Lakefront show. I don't know. There's this one where Lakefront Bargain Hunt. I would love to live on a lake. That's it.
Yeah, I haven't been to many lakes.
You've never been to a lake? Oh,
I've been like once or twice.
Person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different, but you can only be one or the other. You can't be both.
I like the waves.
Yeah.
Qualities that I look for in a dream home. First, the interior has to be spacious, lots of space. Second, there needs to be many rooms. And third, it needs to have a fresh and clean feeling to it. And basically, that's all the qualities that I look for in a dream home.
So big and clean.
Yeah.
Again, this goes back to the coffee metaphor.
I really don't care too much about a dream home. I don't know. I'm more about location. I guess my dream home is at a beach. I'm a beach boy. That'd be a good time. But I don't really care about like the actual structure of it. If we just take any house, plant that thing on a beach, I'm good.
Shack on the beach.
I like that. I like that ideology. Even a van.
Okay, so I have a few. So first of all, I want my house to be lavender. I love the color lavender. So if it's not already lavender, I'm going to paint it lavender. All the walls are going to be painted lavender. Another quality I look for is having a loft bed, like not like one of the already made loft beds. If you know what I'm talking about, like the loft beds where you walk up the stairs to get to your bedroom. And I also love Victorian houses, so it would have to be a Victorian house. Also would love for it to have a pool and have a fenced in yard so I can have lots of dogs.
Becca,
That's
come over to
great.
my place. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what we got,
Yeah.
except for the lavender. But you can
With the
paint.
loft?
No, I don't have a loft. You can't have a Victorian with a loft. It's
Yeah.
not Victorian.
No.
In a dream home, I imagine that there would be big kitchen, big counter space, a big garage that can fit many, many cars, and lots of rooms for all the people that want to stay over to stay.
All right. So I like where he's going. It's like this is about
Practical.
hospitality. Right?
Yeah.
We're gonna cook
Now,
meals.
my
We're gonna
dream home
host
qualities
people.
are pretty basic, but I do find them quite luxurious. First off, I would only have bidets. Secondly, I do a basketball court and a tennis court. Then I'd also do a pool and a sauna, but I'd have these indoors with a big window. That way you can look outside and have a great view. I'd also have a chauffeur just because I don't want to have to drive around everywhere. And I'd also have a movie theater with a home gym, of course. And finally, I think I'd do a secret man cave instead of a hiding hole like in the movies. I'd just have a man cave.
I don't get it. What's the chauffeur for? Because you're never leaving.
Yeah,
Ever.
that's a whole resort.
Okay, my dream home. Qualities in my dream home would have to be indoor pool, indoor gym, pretty much indoor everything because I don't want to be outside if it's hot. Or actually,
California.
I would have an indoor basketball court also. Indoor theater because you got to get your movies on, you know what I'm saying? And also, I would have walk-in refrigerator.
Wow, a whole walk-in fridge.
I really like that idea a lot.
Have you seen the Kardashians like fridge room?
Oh, no, hold on a sec. So, guys, it's time to vote. I think this is number 6. Way wants something spacious and clean. Chris wants location, 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 and that location is going to be the beach. Becca wants a lavender Victorian. Andrew, he's going to have like wonderful hosting space. Michael's going to have a house that you never have to leave, but a chauffeur just in case. Hector's, it's going to be even bigger.
Andrew,
congratulations. It is.
He's all for the hospitality.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to have that great big kitchen that his friends can hang out and eat food. He's going to have a big garage so they can park in there. He's going to have lots of bedrooms. Everybody's got a place to stay. I love it. That's a good attitude.
He wants some alone time. It's like you can never have the excuse, so I don't have enough space.
You got all those rooms.
Everyone knows we have the space.
Yeah, and if you're, happen to be located at the beach, then you'll never be able to get rid of it.
Non-stop guests.
Well, that's why you got a chauffeur, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, Bella, you know what time it is?
The winners.
Yes. It's round 6. It's round 7, I should say. So we have selected 6 winners from the 6 questions of the day this week. Everybody got $25. And now we're going to have the winners round. And you guys, we're going to do a final vote. And we're going to pick the winner of the winner. That was just the best answer of the whole week. It's going to be hard this week. There were some good ones.
Yeah. $125 in total.
So I never was really a big fan of coffee until I started watching Emma Chamberlain, and she has her own coffee line. So I bought that, and it's so much better than anything I've tasted.
All right.
Okay, sing your coffee song.
I don't think this has ever
Coffee
happened
in my
to me.
mind.
Honestly, my dreams are a bit extravagant and a bit crazy. So I don't think I'd want any of them to come true. I remember quite a lot of my dreams, and I do get deja vu a lot, but I don't think any of them have ever come true, no.
She confuses me. But that's Kaylee answering the question. Have you ever had a dream?
I think that this could actually be a great idea. It kind of reminds me of how when you can sign up to be an organ donor on your driver's license, you can also sign up to be composted and help distribute your nutrients back to the earth. It could be a really great idea.
That's Coley answering the question. Would you be composted instead of buried or cremated?
Okay, so a friend group from TV that I'd want to be a part of. I freaking love The Office. So if I can be a part of like Michael Scott's friend group, I love his sense of humor. I think I would have a blast with that. Yeah.
Yeah, he might invite you over for a dinner party if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Becca's answering the question. Which friend group on TV would you like to be part of?
I'm not going to try and fake an answer for this question. I don't know any cult classics. I don't watch cult shows.
So Becca's essentially saying, no cult classics. We've had enough
Easy
reboots.
Yeah, no more.
In a dream home, I imagine that there would be big kitchen, big counter space, a big garage that can fit many, many cars, and lots of rooms for all the people that want to stay over to stay.
And Andrew is answering the question, what would you be looking for in your own dream home? So everybody, it's time to vote for the best of the best. Is it going to be Vivian, who loves her coffee? Kaylee, whose dreams, she says they don't come true, but it sounds like they do. Colade, who's going to be composted. Becca, she wants to be on The Office. And she doesn't like cult classics all that much. And then Andrew describing his dream home. Click a blue button and tell us which is your best. Andrew is number 6. Vivian is number 1.
Becca's got two stakes in the game.
Yeah, lucky Becca.
She might be a big winner this week.
Well, it's not random. It doesn't work like that. Oh, Vivian. Vivian loves her coffee.
Emma Chamberlain. Okay, so now we have to get the Emma Chamberlain coffee and try it. Because Vivian has vouched.
Absolutely. So that's going to be like a big next week goal when we're sitting here, like drinking our coffee. That's what we're going to be drinking. It's going to be iced coffee next week. Well, Bella, thank you so much for a wonderful week.
Of course.
We had lots of good questions and lots of answers that I totally didn't anticipate, man. I thought for sure somebody was going to be against composting.
Yeah. I feel like someone's lying. Some people are definitely a little freaked out about it.
Well, I mean, if you go back and you look at, if you're watching it on the air in the All Day Show, which, by the way, everybody is running 24 hours a day on our website. So you can always see the latest prompts and you can answer right there and see yourself on the air within seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But many of the people said that they weren't that into it, but they just didn't win. They didn't make it to the finals because they didn't get the votes. I think that the audience has spoken. The internet has spoken.
Yeah.
So
the earth.
The people of the earth, right? We have lots of people from all over the place. Right now, I think right now we're mostly America, but and Canada, I should say, the Americas. But you know, we have our Australian and European audiences who come in at different times of the day. So next week starts in 3 short hours. We'll be putting up the 6 questions that you'll be looking at, you know, for the next 6 days. If you answer those questions, you can see there's a tag on that says qualify for the big show. Then you could see yourself on the air here on the big show Friday at 1 o'clock Pacific time, and competing for $100 or $25 or $125 or something like that. Just give us good, thoughtful answers. That's what people really like. 20 seconds, as Wei knows. So, can you tease one for us? Give us one that's coming out. Do you know?
Yeah, the start of next week.
Give me a QOTD so I can start thinking about my answer.
So you can go and record as fast as you can.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting with 7, which is, let's see. What celebrity would you want on your zombie apocalypse survivor squad?
Yes. One of the really important and critical questions.
Yes.
And it has, like, you know, the internet's favorite subjects, celebrities and zombies. So
I just started The Walking Dead yesterday. So
I've never watched it.
Really?
And I'm a big sci-fi fan.
I'm on episode 3. So
What do you think?
I really like it so far.
I gotta finish Better Call Saul, but you know.
Oh yeah.
That's coming up next. So much TV, so little time. Guys, thank you very much. It was wonderful to see everybody. We will be sort of like seeing be on the air in a second for about 30 seconds. And then we'll be starting the all-day show where you can watch, vote, and record. Have a great weekend.